Let's have a look at the two teams. And Arsenal line up fresh from that defeat last time out, a 2-0, or they were 2-0 up, I should say, against Norwich, but they lost the game by 3-2. That was Adam Birchall's first home match in charge. He, of course, has succeeded Jack Wilshere as the under-18 head coach for the Gunners. They'll line up with Jack Porter in goal, a back four of Marley Salmon, Braden Clark, Will Sweet and Cameron Ishmael. The three in midfield, Theo Julien, Iffy Ibrahim and Louis Copley, with Louis Seshevich John and Brando Bailey Joseph playing either side of Dan Casey, who will lead the line. Kari Ranson is the goalkeeper, Sam Oyechukwu, a young defender, Malik Hashi, Bless Akelbiri and Daniel Oyetunde, the other substitutes for Arsenal this morning. Moving on to Crystal Palace, that one change, and it sees Kyrese Adams-Coleman come into the starting lineup in place of Matteo Dashi. It's Jack Mason in goal, a back three of Charlie Walker-Smith, George King and Sean Sommerday. The four in midfield, Tyler White, Ewan Danaher, Seb Williams the captain and Dean Benamar. Adams-Coleman will play either side alongside David Monchien of Benjamin Casey, who leads the line for Palace. And the five subs, Chuck Sokoli, Marcus Hill the goalkeeper, Enrique Lemires, Jerome Osse and Josh Moana. And we are going to get underway with the referee blowing his whistle and Palace starting us off. And it's going to be knocked back into midfield. Forward it goes. Defensive header goes in from Arsenal. You could see Seb Williams was looking to try and earn that regain. The ball comes out towards this left-hand side and it's going to be picked up by Benamar. Forward it goes into the path of the hard-working Casey, who's come out into this left wing position. Benamar looking to try and get on the outside. As he won the first corner, you bet he has. Crystal Palace showing some good forward momentum and winning the first corner at the training ground up in London Colney. Two players over the kick inside the opening minute. Good training facilities there, matched of course by the facilities that we have at Copers Cope in Beckenham. Steve Parish's dream becoming a reality as the ball is played in towards this near post, and the referee gives a goal kick this time, so he feels that the final touch came off a Palace player. Arsenal will look to try and build through the thirds. Both sides will try and play football today as the ball's played into the path here of Julien. In that midfield, there's Adam Birchall in the centre of your screen, a former striker who played for a number of clubs, played for Barnet, played in the Football League for Gillingham. Had a very bad injury whilst with Gillingham and that kind of curtailed his career. He did play some more non-league games, but he's got a hard act to follow, taking over from Jack Wilshere. Inside the opening couple of minutes, no goals between these two. Palace happy to be content as the ball comes out towards Sommerday. Into midfield it goes. It looks like there might be a change in numbers. I think Kyrese Adams-Coleman is wearing the 8 shirt. Seb Williams might be wearing the 10. We'll just wait for confirmation on that, but Arsenal are attacking down the left-hand side. That is confirmed. There is Kyrese on the edge of the 18-yard box wearing that number 8 shirt. And Seb will wear the 10 and captain the side, so always a good honour to wear that armband for the Eagles. The restart just about to take place. Back to goalkeeper Jack Mason it goes, and Mason in that green shirt will kick out towards this left-hand side for Benamar. Out of play it goes. There's Rob Quinn just outside his technical area. Very narrow technical areas, aren't they, up there at London Colney. Marley Salmon has it for Arsenal, goes to ground very easily, and Palace have got away here. They feel that a free kick should have been awarded. The referee doesn't agree. He did go down very easily for me. Seb Williams looking to try and knock the ball on. Battling away, Kyrese Adams-Coleman now has it. That looked a foul, not given. Looks like the referee might be content to try and get the game going and not keep stopping it, which isn't a disaster. Dan Casey coming out towards this right-hand side, and Sečević John couldn't keep it in play. It's going to be a Palace throw. Lots to look forward to today with that first team fixture up at Molineux. That's a free kick. You could see that Casey was just pushed to the ground. And as a consequence, the referee just reached for the whistle. Here's Sommerday. That's another foul. Again, we're seeing very early on that Salmon looks to try and contest every challenge. Strangely enough, when he went down, he felt that the free kick should have been awarded, but he looks a very commanding player. Adams-Coleman goes back to Sommerday, who goes infield to George King. King has the ball at his feet before giving it to Sommerday once more. 5 minutes played, no goals between these two. Happy just to knock the ball around. Here comes Charlie Walker-Smith. Plays it forward, right-footed, towards that far side where Montjean is going to just stop it going out of play at the expense of a goal kick, but it will be a throw to Arsenal in that left-back position. Cameron Ishmael just getting ready to take it over by the assistant. Plenty of noise from both benches, wanting to give vocal encouragement to the respective sets of players. Palace coming into the game on the back of a draw. Arsenal were 2-0 up against Norwich last time out. They lost by 3-2. Palace TV Plus bringing you the live stream of this one. Here's Adams-Coleman in midfield, keeping hold of it, knocking it back towards Sommerday, and now it's going to be picked up by Walker-Smith. Sommerday will come forward again. Nice little ball onto the outside. Here's Benamar. Can he fashion a crossing opportunity? He does play it into the edge of the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper Jack Porter, the England under-17 international, was quickly off his line to be able to deal with it. Let's have another look. It was floated in. Good safe handling, wasn't it, from Porter? And Arsenal are on the move here again. Julien, very talented ball-playing midfield player, enables Arsenal to keep hold of the ball. They've got it in that left-back position, trying to get out. Not an easy one to defend here, but he's done nicely, Walker-Smith, to get it back to Mason. Mason gives it back to the central defender. Right-footed, long raking pass. Should be intercepted by Sečević John, and it is. Arsenal, though, trying to win it back. That's a good crunching tackle from Danaher in midfield. Again, though, no real pattern, both sides just exchanging possession. Ibrahim's got it for Arsenal. Gives it to Copley, then Julien. And back all the way to the goalkeeper it goes. Porter just plays it forward towards Copley. He's happy just to drop off, pick up possession to allow Arsenal to play their passing game. Long straight ball, should be won by Sommerday. He did well there to head it out of play at the expense of a throw. And again, the trusted coaching staff of Rob Quinn and Mark Newson just giving instruction to their team. Porter at the edge of his 18-yard box has it, plays it forward towards Ibrahim, the holding midfielder. Rangy in terms of his style as he's able to shift it towards that left-hand side. Casey just pulling off that front line again as Arsenal come forward. Nice purposeful run, good save from the goalkeeper. You could see as soon as he cut in from the left-hand side, Bailey Joseph wanted to go for goal. He did go for goal, and it was a good block, wasn't it, from Mason? Mason just got that left foot out to stop the forward momentum of Bailey Joseph. He got the shot away. Well dealt with, though, by the Palace custodian. Best chance of the game so far going Arsenal's way. Here's Braden Clark, 10 yards inside the Palace half. Sweet has it now. Into midfield. A low block being employed by Palace, which means Arsenal will have a fair bit of the ball and they'll knock it around. Clark into the centre circle, shifted out towards this right-hand side for Julien. Long diagonal pass, good defensive header going in. The offside flag was up anyway. You could see the player had just strayed offside. Palace will get us underway, back underway, with a free kick. You can see that Louis Copley playing quite high up alongside Casey. Thought there might only be one striker for Arsenal, but it looks like Copley will very much support him, trying to win the ball back here, but unable to do so. And there's Casey again, breaking into a wide area. Certainly works hard, doesn't he? Tirelessly for the team. Salmon has the ball for Arsenal, ready to take this throw. 10 minutes have quickly elapsed in this fixture. The under-21s got Palace off to a winning start last night against Tottenham in the London derby. Such a comprehensive performance and result. Jerry Omalu making it 11 goals in as many games, scoring a hat-trick last night. Very good return for him. Darren Pell, delighted. You can read all about that via the club's official channels. And Rob Quinn's under-18s will very much hope to follow suit. Maybe not in scoreline, but by picking up the win, Palace could go as high as 6th with a victory, depending on results elsewhere. No goals as yet, as we get a wide angle and look up at those leaden skies. Has been rain falling in Hertfordshire this morning, but not at present. London Coney, the venue for this fixture, as Palace go long. Casey again looking to try and run in behind. Williams looking to try and win it back. Arsenal, though, have it in the wide area. Julien over on that left-hand side. The chance just to run in behind here, potentially. The defender trying to get back, still going, though. That's a wonderful save. He looks a player, doesn't he, Brando Bailey-Joseph? Every time the ball is worked into that left wing position, you can see he's got very strong pace. Looking to beat the goalkeeper at the near post again. And he was equal to it, so it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. But Jack Mason has been forced into 2 good saves already. Arsenal earning their first corner of the game. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger from the left. In it comes to the 6-yard box. It evades everybody. They'll try and keep it alive on this far side. It just stretches out of play. Couldn't quite keep it in, could he, Dan Casey? And it will be a throw to Palace. Sean Sommerday will get ready to take it. In fact, he might just leave it here, because Walker Smith does have a long throw. And we're just about to see it. Always the positive to get slightly further up the field. Always caught him right in the face there, Sechovic John. He's hurt himself, maybe flush on the nose. Either way, he's felt the pain. The referee just comes over to check that he's okay. Little stoppage in play. He's fit, he's raring to get going again. Didn't want to head it that time, you notice, just turned the face away. An Arsenal throw at the midway point of their own half. Salmon will take it. Ali Salmon coming into the side for this morning fixture. A few changes made by Arsenal. They lost last time out, and here's a chance for Benji Casey. Might there be the chance just to go for goal? He does go for goal. It was charged down. Seb Williams following up. Back towards Casey it goes. Still going. Battling away. But Arsenal defensively have managed to deal with that. Let's rerun the fun. Casey here, slightly heavy touch, wasn't it? Could he have shot earlier? Possibly. Williams then went for goal. Casey continued to try and bludgeon his way through. Arsenal's defence, though, stood firm. We're into the 14th minute of this fixture. Oliver Glasner's first team away at Wolverhampton Wanderers at 5:30 today. Looking to make it 3 successive wins after that victory midweek in the Carabao Cup. And there is live audio commentary. Look at the strap at the bottom of your screen. A 5:30 kickoff from Molineux. It all started last weekend, of course, with that victory against Tottenham in the London derby. And then, of course, followed up with that good victory at Villa Park. They've been superb, haven't they, so far? They've been in imperious form, Villa. So that really was a good victory. 0-0 between these two sides. A chance just for Julien to do up his boots here. The referee has just spotted something on the pitch. It's been there a while. In fact, he's not even going to remove it. He's just going to go over to the goalkeeper. Maybe a little bit of stray strapping. I'm not quite sure what he's going to give to the Arsenal bench here. He's just giving something to the fourth official, maybe. The goalkeeper has given him something. It matters none. The only thing that does is we're just about to get back underway, and we've had 15 minutes. The Arsenal training ground in London Coney, the venue for this fixture between two London rivals. Always good when there's that close proximity. Players that will know each other, players that will have played against each other. You want to be successful. Arsenal coming forward down that left-hand side. Plenty of Palace players all around. Just caught in possession, wasn't he, Dan Casey? He didn't quite know what to do. Might have been better suited to pass. Didn't do that, and Walker-Smith can give it to George King, and the chance just to come forward here. Went out towards Montjean on that right-hand side. Looked like he might have been fouled. No, said the referee, and Salmon now on the other side of the pitch can bring it forward for Arsenal. Salmon goes back to Clark. Clark gives it to Sweet. And Arsenal forward towards Casey, who just drops off that front line. Happy to receive the ball in midfield. Porter this time knocks it forward, but well read by Sommerday. Back to goalkeeper Mason now. Rob Quinn with his arms folded on the left of your screen there. Palace TV Plus bringing you the live pictures of Arsenal against Crystal Palace. Up towards halfway, and Montjean, but just muscled out of it by the Arsenal defender. Forward it goes towards Copley, and here's Salmon with a rare chance to foray forward. He might be picked out here by Sechovic John. He has been. Salmon wants to get away from the two Palace defenders, but in the end Sommerday just knocks the ball out of touch, or knocks the ball into touch, out of play. For an Arsenal throw. 17 minutes have elapsed in this fixture. The ball is thrown into Julien on the edge of the 18-yard box. Casey looked like he was being fouled there. The Arsenal defender was very tight in behind, but he can use his pace here just to try and get away from the defender. Always full of energy and endeavour. Casey shifts it towards that right-hand side. And now the chance to come forward for Tyler White. White continues to go. Tries to play it in towards that back post. It doesn't come off the defender, so it will be a goal kick. Let's just have a look at it again. Casey certainly helped link the play there. He got on the outside, didn't he, White? Initially, as he played the ball in, it came off the defender, Ishmael. He got the second opportunity. I don't think he was fully set body-wise. A little bit off balance. Arsenal get us back underway. Adam Birchall crouching to look on. Bottom left of your screen. Taking over from Jack Wilshere. This, of course, his first home match in charge. He was in charge last time out for that 3-2 defeat against Norwich. 2-0 up, Arsenal were in that game. So maybe nerves could set in should Palace put in a positive performance here. It's been a decent enough start. Arsenal have had a couple of opportunities. Brando Bailey-Joseph has looked good in wide areas. Jack Mason's made a couple of good saves. But you expect that away from home. You expect your goalkeeper to be involved. Arsenal throwing the ball down the line. A good defensive header going in from Benamar. The Gunners have got it back. And the Arsenal throw is awarded. Palace wanted it to go their way. Good battling from Adams-Coleman in midfield. Birchall just moving his players around as the throw comes in, and that's well read. Well intercepted, wasn't it, by David Montgent, coming over towards this left-hand side, battling away still. And Salmon, the Arsenal defender, goes all the way back to Porter. Porter will try and get them out on the other side. Long raking pass off the left foot. The interception went in from George King. King very good going forward for set plays, dominant in the air. We hope that he might get an opportunity. One corner apiece so far. Palace not really troubling Jack Porter, the Arsenal goalkeeper, as yet. He's had to make a couple of contributions, but nothing meaningful. The night is still young, though, as they say. 20 minutes played 0-0. And Arsenal come forward over the halfway line, playing the ball through the thirds, shifting it towards this right-hand side. It might just evade the runner. Rob Quinn happy with that, to see it go out of play at the expense of a throw. Benamar takes it back to Sommerday, and now the goalkeeper has it. Back to Sommerday wearing the number 5 shirt, playing it forward up towards halfway. Casey battling away, down he goes. No free kick, says the referee. Here's Adams-Coleman. There's a player on the outside over on this right-hand side. Here comes White. White looking to try and go for goal, does go for goal, and he's arrowed it just wide. What an opportunity, a big chance. Tyler White using his pace, using his trickery. Adams-Coleman initially opened it up. Williams forced it towards that right-hand side. White squaring up the defender, going on the outside. He looked to bend it across Jack Porter, and it goes just wide. We're at the midway point of this first half, but that's what we want to see from Tyler White. Showing his trickery, showing his composure. There might be a chance here just to break forward. You could see that Danaher wanted to get it forward into one of the players ahead of him. Through to the goalkeeper it goes. Palace showing their intent on that occasion. That would have pleased Rob Quinn. He'll be happy by what he's seen so far, 22 minutes in. Long raking pass towards this right-hand side. Salmon's got it, trying to square up the defender. Infield he goes. Might want to get back on the outside. He does try and get round the defender. Good from Benamar. He did well there. And here's Casey putting the defender under pressure. It was calm from Will Sweet in the end. But you're always under pressure with somebody like Casey, because he will hurry you. Here's Salmon going to ground. No free kick. Picked up by Louis Copley. Copley has to go all the way back to the goalkeeper to protect possession. Arsenal now have the ball with Ishmael on the left-hand side. Gets it back from Bailey-Joseph, who's been lively when on the ball. Coming forward towards the halfway line. Just giving it to Julien, who's floated around that midfield. Tries to get it back after the ball was played forward to him. King has it here and goes back to Mason. Here is the Palace goalkeeper rather, looking to try and evade the Arsenal forward players. Palace building nicely, but intercepted by Salmon. Now in midfield, Ibrahim has got it. Happy to play those short passes and protect possession. Keep hold of it. Towards that left-hand side he goes. And here's Dan Casey dropping again off that front line. To protect the ball, Arsenal have to go all the way back to their goalkeeper. Both sides playing football the right way. Porter at the edge of his 18-yard box has it. Wanting options and one or two runners ahead. Louis Copley going into a central position to try and get it. I don't think Julian wanted it there. You could see his frustration as he just threw the ball away. Palace throw that will be taken by Benamar. Back it goes to Sommerday and now infield to Walker-Smith. He gives it to King. King slide rule pass and in behind again Montjem. Will he get the opportunity to drill the ball across? Casey had taken up a good position. Here comes the corner. Is this the moment? 2 corners for Palace so far. And Benamar will take this one. Hoping to play a positive start. Palace drew 1-1 with Leicester last time out, and it was Benamar scoring the goal. What can he provide from this corner? Both arms go up in the air. It's a looping one towards the back post, headed towards goal. Should be comfortable for the goalkeeper. You could see Adams Coleman was just backpedaling. And now Arsenal trying to get away and using the pace of Sečević-John. He's got a defender coming across, getting there very close. He's going to have to check his run. Good defending. Copley's got it now. Still got that option wide right. Goes to Sečević-John, the number 7 on the right of your screen. Back to Clark. Now Sweet has it. Ishmael. Julien going over towards that left-hand side, exchanging passes with Ishmael. Now it's with Casey. Dan Casey for Arsenal. Will Sweet. Back to Casey again. Infield and exchanging passes with Julien. This is nice from Arsenal. The effort goes in, not a good attempt at goal. High, wide and unhandsome, you would say. 26 minutes played, 0-0. Little bit of chat from the Arsenal wide player there, Sečević-John. I think he feels that he should have been played in. You could understand that Casey managed to fashion that chance, and as a consequence he wanted to shoot for goal. Probably the wrong decision in hindsight. Ball play forward here towards Seb Williams. Williams, the captain, goes back to Tyler White. Out of play it goes. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal on that left-hand side, which Ishmael will take. Suspiciously looked like a foul throw there, but not given by the assistant referee, or indeed the referee, who was much closer to the action. He's been fairly lenient so far. Not that he's had much to think about or contest. It's been a very even-spirited game between two sides wanting to pick up victory here. A draw last time out, as mentioned, for Palace. Arsenal lost. Both sides have been fairly even in terms of their performances. The chance to run in behind here. Sečević-John has got it, tries to drill the ball across goal. He's gone just wide. Principally he's played from this right-hand side, but he went infield and joined in here. Long raking pass, wasn't it, in behind Sommerday. And as he went across the goalkeeper, it was always going away from goal. Arsenal have won 2, drawn 3 and lost 2 of their first 7. Then 9th, Palace 1 place below. It's been a mixed start so far for Rob Quinn's side. 2 wins, 2 draws and 3 defeats. Plenty of positives to take so far though. Some words of instruction are just given to the Palace head coach. The under-21's got that good win at the VBS Community Stadium in Sutton last night. The men play at 5:30. Oliver Glasner looking for a third consecutive win for the Eagles. What will happen up at Wolverhampton Wanderers? We've got an audio commentary of the game for you. Looking forward to that. And then, of course, and this is encouraging, the women back in action tomorrow, and it's at Selhurst. You can be at the ground. Be nice to see you as Adams Coleman shifts it towards this left-hand side. What can Benamar do here? Up against the defender, gets on the outside. Benamar across goal. It took a deflection. A great defensive header going in from Will Sweet. Tyler White trying to keep it alive on that far side. Arsenal just dealing with the situation. But as soon as Benamar's cross took that deflection, it created panic. Almost 30 minutes have elapsed, no goals as yet, but not for the want of trying from both sides. It's been a good game. Nice spectacle between these two sides. You'd always expect it to be keenly contested. But when the spirit's good, and the football on offer is too, you know you're in for a good game. Getting underway just after 11 o'clock. Arsenal have the ball in the middle third. Good from Casey. He was caught there by Copley. Should be a free kick and is. It will be a talking to for Louis Copley, nothing more. Referee just spotted the infringement. Free kick goes Palace's way. Kyrese Adams-Coleman takes it. That's a raking pass from one side of the pitch to the other, taking out the sky very nicely. Good work from Dean Benamar. Can he fashion a crossing opportunity? He's looked to try and get away. I think the referee... Is he saying a goal kick? I think he's saying maybe it had strayed out. Yep, back underway. Arsenal get it. No, he's given the free kick, hasn't he? So it must have been offside when the ball hit him again. Arsenal getting it back underway with their goalkeeper. Into midfield it goes towards Julien, employing the high press and trying to win the ball back up the field. Palace do win it back. Into a central area it goes, slotted into the path of Casey. Casey's done well to protect the ball and then shift it towards that right hand side. In it comes. Adams-Coleman was looking to try and contest it. What can Benamar do on this left-hand side? He's going to float one in off the left foot. Defended and away from danger it goes. Taken out the sky nicely. Adams-Coleman looks to try and play it back into the path of Danaher. Arsenal, though, can just clear it. But Palace having a good moment here. Williams trying to get away from the Arsenal player and winning a free kick. I think the referee's got that right. You can see the frustration etched across the face of Dan Casey, and he's showing out, isn't he? Let's have a look at some of those chances as the ball was floated in here. Good defensive header initially. He got it out of the danger. It came over towards Benaher. Played the ball in, didn't he? And as he did, the danger still not averted. You could see Palace battling away. Good strength from Danaher there. And then eventually Seb Williams won it back and managed to win that free kick. We're now back with the live pictures. A live left-footed cross towards that back post. You could see that King was attacking it round the back. It just was slightly over his head. Got it back underway very quickly, Arsenal. I wasn't sure if it was a moving ball or not. The referee didn't feel that that was the case, and he knows best. Arsenal into midfield with Julien towards that left-hand side. 13 minutes away from the break in this game being played at London Coney. Monchien has helped get it back for Palace. Should be kept in by Julien on that far side. He gives it to Ishmael, the left full-back. Ishmael to Casey. Now it's with Julien again. Palace, though, winning it back, and Williams just trying to bypass Will Sweet, but he quickly came forward, the central defender. Certainly didn't want Williams to pass him. Palace throw. Back to King. Infield, King has Walker-Smith. And now he can come forward towards halfway and give it to Summerday. Benamar has it. Floats it in. He's going to evade everybody, but White might be able to keep it alive on that far side. He's done well just to bypass Ishmael, who went diving in. Read that script perfectly. In it comes the cross towards the back post. You just wondered if it might fall for Benamar. Arsenal got it clear, but Palace certainly attacking with venom and gusto on occasion here. This is much more like it. Pleasing to see. Summerday gives it to Walker-Smith, who can come forward. Arsenal being asked to retreat, or forced to retreat, I suppose you would say. Summerday has the ball again. He's the lowest of the defenders, only the goalkeeper behind him. As King plays it forward, effort goes in. What a great save that is. Might be the chance to go for goal again. The referee has spotted an infringement. It was a good effort, wasn't it, that went in from Seb Williams. Here's the chance just to see it again. King carrying the ball forward, creating a little bit of space, playing it towards Williams. He couldn't have struck it any better. And at the follow-up, it was King who went for goal with the acrobatics, but the whistle had been blown. Palace coming into this game in positive fashion. Arsenal started nicely, but it's the Eagles asking the questions here. 10 minutes to play until half-time. Rob Quinn will be hugely enthused by what he's watching here. Danaher's got it in midfield. Arsenal trying to win it back, but straight into the path of Danaher. It's not a good cross. Sweet should get it away from danger. Danaher goes diving in to try and win the ball back. Palace have it on the halfway line. Back to the goalkeeper it goes. Jack Mason to Summerday. Now it's with Walker-Smith. Palace have always had good goalkeepers down the years. Saw that good performance, didn't we, from Dean Henderson last weekend against Tottenham. He made some saves. You certainly want your goalkeepers to perform and be involved. And Joe Whitworth has been nominated for the PFA League One Fans Player of the Month. It's been absolutely superb from the Exeter loanee. Here's the chance just to break away as the ball's drilled across goal. The effort went in. It was, you could see Montgen having to stoop at the edge of the 6-yard box. He's headed it over, but again Benamar's getting plenty of opportunity down this left-hand side. It was really fizzed in with great effect. Just behind Casey, Montgen went for goal. It wasn't easy for him. Goal kick to Arsenal. And back to Joe Whitworth for Exeter. 3 clean sheets in 5 league games, 19 saves. It's been a record-breaking month for Exeter. 6 consecutive clean sheets to break a club record for Joe. And you can, of course, vote for him by checking the PFA's Twitter feed or the Palace website. Whilst you're on the Palace website, you'll see plenty of things to read and enjoy, lots of videos too. On the club's interactive website, 8 minutes to play until half-time in this latest offering from Palace TV+. No goals in the London derby. Arsenal coming forward. That's a great win back. Very impressive, wasn't it, from White? And here's Adams Coleman now. Options left and right. Just slots the ball in towards Casey. Wasn't really hit with any great pace. It allowed the Arsenal player to try and win it back. Adams Coleman tries to do likewise. That's good from Montgen back there helping out. In fact, it was Summerday, wasn't it? Was doing a disservice there to the player slightly further forward. There he is in the middle of your picture, wanting the ball to be played in. It is played in towards that back post. Good defensive header going in, because you could see that Benamar had got into the box wanting to join in. He certainly got more involved as the game has progressed. And it's Arsenal being forced to defend. Palace, the better side over the last 15 to 20 minutes, you have to say that. And that will please Rob Quinn. Here's Benamar throwing the ball in here towards Casey. What can Casey do? Looks to go for goal. He was bending one towards that bottom corner. And I think it might well have been going in prior to that interception. All Palace need is a goal here. And in fairness, for the forward momentum they're having, it would be warranted. Here comes Walker Smith. He's got an option on his outside. That player is Sommerday. Forward it goes towards Benamar. Six minutes to play. Kept in by Benamar. He's got on the outside again, looking to try and get round the defender, who just sticks out a leg and does enough. King now trying to link it down this right-hand side towards White. Floats in a decent ball. Header goes in from Williams. Oh dear, he might well have done better. Look at the frustration as he just kicks out at the post. Seb Williams knows that was a good chance. Brilliant ball in, wasn't it? White just looking up, one touch to get it out of his body. Played it in. He had to try and hook it towards goal. It was slightly behind him, I suppose. That's the only defensive point for Seb Williams. But I think he knows he should have at least got it on target. And a little scratch of the head for Adam Birchall. Just goes back to talk to some of the other coaches. He knows that it's Palace in the ascendancy here. Great ball in, wasn't it? Seb Williams. Well, the frustration was evident. Arsenal coming forward here, knowing that they've got work to do to get back into this game. Palace have settled into their work very nicely. You wouldn't be surprised if we did see a goal from the Eagles, because it's warranted. It really is. I think this performance has been very good in the first 45. Rob Quinn's always honest. He'll be delighted by this showing against Arsenal. There's been some good games over the years between these two sides. Palace could go up as high as 6th, depending on results elsewhere, should they win. They've got the ball in the wide area. What can be produced here by Benahar? Plays the ball in, and there is the opening goal. It's been coming, and Seb Williams has been knocking on the door. Benahar played the ball in from the left-hand side, and Williams was able to head home into the corner, and it's no more than the Eagles deserve. Arsenal have been put on the back foot here, and the scoreline reflects it. It's Arsenal 0, Crystal Palace 1. Good, wasn't it, from Williams? Been so impressed with Benamar down this left-hand side. Got to the byline, cut the ball back, and there was time and space for Williams on the edge of the 6-yard box. He was frustrated with himself that he didn't head home at the previous occasion. This time he makes no mistake. And look at the body language from some of those Arsenal players. They're not enjoying this, their second best. So good from Palace, so many positives. Seb Williams on the score sheet, Benamar making it. He's been a constant threat down the left-hand side. And Rob Quinn's half-time team talk, had the team not scored, would have been, all we've done is miss out on a goal. We've certainly had opportunities to score. Now going to be much easier for Quinn, who's looking on here. Arsenal, though, looking to try and redress the balance, cutting infield. He just ran into trouble, didn't he, Sechovic, John? Comes out towards Salmon on this right-hand side. Infield he goes, and now Copley has it. Copley tries to play it forward towards Salmon. It's just behind him. He was an Arsenal fan growing up in Southend-on-Sea. Southend, of course, now in the National League, aren't they? Whereas Arsenal in that top division, along with Palace at first team level. And what a matchup it's been at under 18 level, this game. Mark Newson just giving some instruction to the players. behind Rob Quinn there in the technical area. Did remarkably well to keep the ball in. Benamar really has caught my eye in this game. Palace getting ready to take this throw again. 1.5 minutes to go until half-time. Up towards halfway it comes. It looked like a little push there. The referee didn't agree. Casey battling away in this wide area, pulling the defender under pressure. And we are getting ever closer towards half-time. We saw the under-21 highlights before the live stream got underway here on Palace TV+. What a performance and result last night. Jerry Omalu scoring a hat-trick as Palace under-21s put in that imperious performance and claimed that great result against Tottenham at Sutton's Ground, the VBS Community Stadium. Great to see Palace playing there and settling in, enjoying their performances. Steve Parish and the Palace board spending £1 million there to improve facilities and the playing surface, and certainly it's much better, isn't it, this season? And the women are getting the opportunity to benefit, so too the youngsters. Women play, of course, on Sunday tomorrow against Manchester City, and that game will be at Selhurst. You can go along. Tickets available via the official channels. Only a few still available, so it will be nice to have a good crowd in place, and it will be good if you could get behind the team. We are right on the stroke of half-time now. The fourth official will come out and let us know how long left at the end of this 45 minutes. All that matters is the team continue to battle away. Palace 9th in the Women's Super League ahead of that meeting against Manchester City tomorrow. Laura Kaminski will be hoping her team can put up a good performance as Arsenal work it into a wide area. Salmon floats the ball in towards the back post. Good defensive header going in from King. Out of the 18-yard box it comes. There might be the chance just to shoot here. Worked into a wide position by Julien. Down goes the Arsenal player very easily. And Dean Benamar has done his job there. He's been impressive at both ends of the pitch. Rob Quinn again just turns, talks to the bench. 1 minute of stoppage time has elapsed. Not long to go here. I think the referee's saying 2 minutes maybe, so still 50 seconds to play. I may have misread that signal. The only thing that really matters in terms of the scoreline is that Seb Williams' goal on 41 separates these two sides. Arsenal have got the ball in the defensive area, and the referee has seen enough. He wants a half-time cup of tea. You're going to get the opportunity to do just that. And the half-time scoreline at the Arsenal training ground in London Colney makes for impressive reading. It's been good, hasn't it, from Palace in the opening 45 minutes. Arsenal started nicely. Brando Bailey-Joseph was good from wide areas, but Palace really growing into the game. Benamar looked dangerous down the left-hand side. He put in a brilliant ball for the captain, Seb Williams, who was able to head home from the edge of the 6-yard box. And it is that headed goal that separates these two sides. Half-time highlights to come, but it's good news from London Colney. Arsenal 0, Crystal Palace 1. We're about to get back underway. He's going to check with the two goalkeepers at either end and blows the whistle, and here we go. What can Palace do in this second half? More of the same. That's what we're hoping for. Good defensive header goes in. It goes slightly up into an advanced position. Adams Coleman was battling away. Seb Williams over there as well, the goal scorer. He was full of industry and endeavour in the first half. Benji Casey likewise. Good to see people looking on and enjoying the spectacle. Here comes Tyler White down this right-hand side. White's got an option on his outside. Might play it towards King. Can King play the ball into a good area? You bet he can. Arsenal, though, get the chance to get it away, and forward they come. See, I don't think that's a foul. Danaher has been adjudged to have fouled the Arsenal player. I'm not sure, that's just not a good old-fashioned rumbustious challenge. Let's have a little look at it. Let's see it again. I think the game has developed, and maybe not for the right thing, the right reasons. There's a good positive tackle from Seb Williams there. We're concentrating on the football, not the minutiae. Out towards the right-hand side come Arsenal. The chance to come galloping forward for Sechovic-Jones. Sechovic-John, I should say, just tries to hold up the play and wait for players to get around him. And that enables Palace just to pickpocket and get the ball back. Arsenal in midfield have it with Julien. Shifts it towards that right-hand side, play forward towards Copley. Copley just dispossessed there. Good challenge going in from Sommerday. The Arsenal throw will be taken by Marley Salmon. Salmon throws the ball forward and gets it back. Down the line it goes. Arsenal trying to play the ball into the box. Dispossessed, and the Eagles trying to come forward. But Arsenal starting this second half brightly, as you would expect, a goal down on home turf. Here they come with Dan Casey. Casey works it towards Bailey Joseph on this left-hand side. It's now with Ishmael. Infield it goes. Seb Williams looking to try and win it back once and then twice. Casey comes away with it, leaves it for Copley. Clark shifts it towards that right-hand side. Good interception. You could see that he took up a good position there, Kyrese Adams-Coleman. He was the one change coming into this game, replacing Matteo Dashi. Arsenal will have to defend here. Casey's put the defender under pressure. Will Sweet has gone to ground. It's going to be a talking to for the forward. Shouldn't result in anything more. Here comes the referee. He's just warning Casey. Has been fairly lenient, hasn't he, this official, the whistleblower. Arsenal coming forward here. We had the opportunity to hear from Oliver Glasner. Spoke to the media, of course, in the build-up to the Wolverhampton Wanderers game that kicks off at 5:30. We've got the live radio commentary of that one to look forward to. There it is at the bottom of your screen, a 5:30 kickoff at Molineux. Arsenal have it in a wide area, floating the ball across goal. That's good defensive play to get it clear. And I think the takeaway from what he said is we're going to continue battling away. We know that there's a lot of injuries. Free kick against Casey. I'm not sure that is a free kick. Will Sweet went to ground, and I think he's been fortunate to get away with that. But yeah, the manager just saying that even though there have been injuries, we've got to make sure we stay strong, stay resolute. We've won back-to-back games, got a good result midweek. I think that's certainly the right outlook. Check Doucouré coming back. He's going to be involved soon, which is encouraging. Here come Arsenal over the halfway line. Will Sweet has it, slots it forward. Good win back though by Palace. And again it goes back to Sweet, the captain. Battling away is Tyler White. He's done nicely, and he might get another opportunity here, White. He's shown too much of that, and it gives Julien the opportunity to try and win it back. Adams-Coleman battling away. He could come away with it here. That's good tenacious play in midfield. He's won the throw. Very good work from Kyrese Adams-Coleman. Very busy in that engine room. You can see that Cameron Ishmael has gone down here. He might need a little bit of treatment right in front of the Arsenal bench. Here comes the physio. Just gives both benches the opportunity to speak to the players again. Arsenal will be enthused by the first 6 minutes of this second half, but they've got work to do to get back into the game. Palace, of course, taking the lead 5 minutes ahead of half-time. Williams scoring the goal. Jesse Derry was involved with the under-21s last night. He currently sits as the top scorer on 9 goals in 8 games. Not involved, of course, after playing in that victory over Tottenham last night. 2 in 9 for Benji Casey. And a reminder, we've mentioned the Wolverhampton Wanderers game at 5:30. Tickets also available, a limited number, for the women against Manchester City at Selhurst tomorrow, a 2 o'clock start. And tickets are reasonably priced, just £4 and upwards. Tickets also available for the under-21s away at Peterborough. That's in the EFL Trophy on Tuesday night, a 7 o'clock start for that game. And those tickets are from £1 each, so it would be nice to see some fans follow the boys in action. And if you are watching Joe Whitworth, he's been nominated for the PFA League One Fans Player of the Month award after a record-breaking month for Exeter. 3 clean sheets in 5 league games, 19 saves, 6 consecutive clean sheets to break a club record. You can vote via the PFA's Twitter feed or the Palace website. Get involved. Make sure you vote for Joe. What a good goalkeeper he is. Owen Goodman also doing well at AFC Wimbledon between the sticks. Here's Benji Casey. He's only gone and won a corner. Good work down this right-hand side. It's going to be a 3rd corner of the game for Crystal Palace. Casey does work tirelessly for the cause. We've seen some good balls played into the box already by Benamar. He's got that lovely left foot. Got a player close to him. Danaher is that player. I think he's just going to whip one in. He does whip one in towards the back post. Header goes in. Oh dear, you can see the frustration. That's Walker Smith who got the effort in on goal. We'll just get the chance to see it again. Walker Smith with the header. He's headed it up, hasn't he, rather than towards goal. And that's given the goalkeeper a huge boost, because I think he felt that the net might bulge or he might be forced into a fine save. Walker Smith couldn't quite get over the top of the header. Palace, though, coming forward here, and there might be the chance for Montjen to go for goal. He's tried to bend one. He's got it slightly wrong on this occasion. Good high pressing, wasn't it? He was put under pressure, the midfielder. The ball was slotted towards Montjen, got the left-footed drive away. Wanted to try and cut across the ball and push it towards goal. Sun just coming out up at London Colney, the Arsenal training ground, the venue for this game between Arsenal and Crystal Palace. It's been lead and grey skies all morning. The ball shifted out towards this left-hand side. Bailey Joseph has got it, tries to play the ball in. Should just loop up, and does loop up, and Montjen has done well here to battle away. Very good play from the rangy number 11. Slots it forward towards Casey. You can see that he always wants to try and play his part, David Montjen, and one of those players who will work tirelessly for the team. Here's another, Adams Coleman. He shifts it towards the left-hand side. A player goes down on the edge of the box. I was following the ball, so I missed that. We might be able to clear it up if we can see a replay. Over on this right-hand side, Palace have the ball. In it comes from King. 10 minutes gone in this second half. Palace leading Arsenal by a goal to nil. And the players just being urged to relax by the Palace bench. Rob Quinn knows that his side are in front. They have been the better side across the 55 minutes that we've witnessed in this game. Arsenal have the ball wide right. Could certainly hear protestations from the bench when the player went to ground on the edge of the 18-yard box. It might matter none, because Palace are on the attack here again. Casey trying to put the defender under pressure. Ishmael has got it back to the keeper. And Arsenal can be patient in their build-up and approach. Over the halfway line they go. Their very own Casey working it towards the right-hand side. And here's Sechovic John, cutting infield, still going. Needs to try and pass it. Sechovic John keeping hold of it. Knocking it back towards the edge of the 18-yard box. The chance to potentially go for goal as it shifted towards this left-hand side. And that's a waste from Brando Bailey-Joseph. I thought he started the game brightly. Here is a chance just to see that moment again. He kept hold of it for a long time, Sečević-John. And then they had to look to try and come again. Casey worked it towards this left-hand side. And surely you've got to cross from that position rather than go for goal. Good ball out towards White, who heads it infield. And this is good from King, plays it over the top. And here's Casey. He's got two defenders all around him. Needs to try and hold it up, does hold it up. He's done remarkably well there, Casey, to win. The throw's gone against him. So he's being held in that position by two players. I'm not even sure if it did flick off the Palace player last. And the throw goes Arsenal's way. In fairness, the assistant couldn't have been any better positioned. .57 minutes played. Palace have the ball in an attack-minded position on this right-hand side to ground. Goes Casey. He's going to be urged to get back up, though. Back into a central area he'll go as Arsenal try and come forward again. They've got the ball in midfield, shifting it towards this left-hand side for Bailey-Joseph. Towards Ibrahim in midfield. Salmon has got it on this right-hand side. Forward it goes down the line towards Sečević-John. And you can see that Arsenal are trying to find their way back into this game. Unable to do so at the moment. Down to ground goes the Gunners player. The referee doesn't feel there was an infringement. And forward come Crystal Palace. Infield it goes towards Casey. Casey with a chance just to run forward. He slots it towards a teammate. Just behind him. Effort goes in. And somehow it finds its way home. Brando Bailey-Joseph scores the goal. He's got a fair bit of dip and bend maybe on that one. It's beat the goalkeeper. It's deceived Jack Mason. And Arsenal are back on level terms. 59 minutes played. It's Arsenal 1, Palace 1. Just came over towards this left-hand side. A bit of time and space. He's caught it down towards the back of his foot, and because of that, been able to get a little bit of movement on the ball. And it's beat Jack Porter. Bailey-Joseph with the goal on 59. And Arsenal now back on terms in this fixture. Still half an hour to go. It's there for either side. Arsenal come forward over the halfway line into touch. Maybe. No, it's going to just shake back in towards goalkeeper Jack Mason. Mason gives it to Walker-Smith. Samade sees it get played forward up towards Casey. Montgem was battling away as well. As it goes out of play on this near side, you can see Adam Birchall just signalling that there's going to be an Arsenal change imminently. At least one player is getting ready to come on. That looks like Daniel Oyetunde who's coming on. An attack-minded change. And the player who's gone off is Sečević-John by the look of it. So Oyetunde coming on for Sečević-John. I think he'll probably play from that right-hand side. So almost a like for like change. He's playing more centrally, isn't he, by the look of it? Palace battling away here. Adam Birchall just telling the players to be patient, to be calm. They've got back into it in the second half, thanks to that Bailey Joseph goal. Palace taking the lead 5 minutes ahead of half-time. Williams, the captain, on target with the head. Tyler White gets ready to take this throw. Supporters will be travelling, making their way up to Wolverhampton for that game up at Molineux, a 5:30 start. Late televised fixture in the Premier League schedule. It's also FA Cup first round day. Footballers all over have enjoyed getting involved in that competition over the years. Palace, of course, with a strong heritage. Trying to win it back is Montgen. And here comes Braden Clark. Shifting it towards Salmon on that right-hand side. Salmon's got a player ahead of him. It is the substitute, Oyetunde, who goes to ground. Quickly told to get back up by the referee, who was close to the action. Not easy for the Palace player to try and come away with it, but that's good work over on that far side. Kyrese Adams-Coleman battling away. And it will warrant a throw into Crystal Palace. Palace know that if they can get a victory in this game, the team could move up as high as 6th in the table. Still fairly early on, of course, in the competition, as the ball shifted towards this left-hand side, and the chance for Bailey Joseph to get on the outside and use his pace. Floats one in towards the near post. He's just not wrapped his foot around that, has he? He's got it horribly wrong. It's going to be a goal kick for Palace. Options on the bench. Chuck Sakoli is there. Enrique Lamaresh, Jerome Ossé and Josh Mawana. The outfield changes, should they be required. Marcus Hill is the substitute goalkeeper. Tyler White flicks the ball on here. He's gone to ground very easily, Will Sweet again. I'm not sure he should be coming off his feet like that. He is a very physical player, strong, isn't he, David Montgen? That's just an old-fashioned coming together. 64 minutes played. Mark Newson just has a little word with Rob Quinn. Quinn watching on, studying the game, as Tyler White gets ready to take this throw. Infield it goes. The Arsenal player just read it as Adams-Coleman looked to come away with it. Back it goes towards Sommeday, and now the chance for King to try and knock one from one side of the pitch to the other. Infield it goes towards Williams, who was battling away there with Montgen, and the referee's blown up here for an Arsenal free kick. "65 minutes have been played at the Arsenal training ground in London Colney. Family and friends just watching on, looking at the next generation. Long straight ball. Arsenal have got the ball with their substitute, who fizzes one across goal. You could see that Oyetunde wanted to try and play the ball into a dangerous area. There was nobody really there. Dan Casey wasn't up with him. In the end, it just faded out of play anyway at the expense of a Palace goal kick, which has been taken. Up towards halfway it goes. Arsenal win the defensive header. Palace quickly win it back. Montgen battling away. Up towards halfway it goes. Arsenal having more of the ball in this second half and trying to be purposeful with it. Casey battling away as it's headed away by Walker-Smith. No foul, says the referee, as Montjem went to ground. And here comes Danaher. Surely he's got hold of his shirt. It should be a Palace free kick, and the referee could be encouraged to produce a card here. He's going to go across to have a quick word with his assistant. It's fairly close, in fairness. Not sure he couldn't have dealt with that situation himself. Let's have a look at it again. He's just tugged him back, hasn't he, Will Sweet? Referee's coming over. Is he going to speak to Sweet? He has had a word. Nothing more than that. Free kick then to Palace, which Benamar is over. He's going to float it in off that trusty left foot, headed back across goal. Williams might be able to go for goal. It could fall here. Oh dear, would you believe it? Williams got the effort in on goal. You could see that Danaher wanted to then follow up. It was good defending, wasn't it? Let's see it again. Good ball whipped in off the left foot. Headed back towards the penalty spot. Williams came in very bravely, wanting to get there first, and then Danaher couldn't quite get on the follow-up. Here come Arsenal, the chance to run in behind here, and it's the chance to play the ball across goal. I wasn't sure if he could possibly go for goal, Bailey Joseph. We'll have another look at that. Bailey Joseph using his pace here to get away from King. I thought he could have gone with the left foot and beat the goalkeeper with his positioning. Fortunately, he didn't choose to do that. And there's 1/4 of this game to go. The referee has just given an Arsenal free kick here. And Bailey Joseph will just come across. And don't worry, there's no need to reset your eyes. That is our camera operative, just making sure that you see crystal clear vision. That's Dan doing a wonderful job. Always lovely to work with Dan. 69 minutes played. Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 1 is the score here. Just over 20 minutes to go. 2 players in the wall. And it is going to be Bailey Joseph with this free kick. Floats one in, the goalkeeper comes and punches clear. Arsenal have the ball with Oyetunde, the substitute, tries to work it wide right. Intercepted. And the chance to slot the ball in behind here. The goalkeeper quickly off his line. You always know that Casey's a willing runner, a quick mover. You can try and get him away. I think the goalkeeper and defence had dealt with that situation. The ball shifted towards that right-hand side. And here come Arsenal. Player just going to ground, and Adams Coleman over the halfway line comes forward. Intercepted by Casey. And now Arsenal will look to come from that wide right position. Louis Copley has got it. Copley plays the ball in behind to Oyetunde. Intercepted and won back by Palace, and this is a good run, and suddenly there's time and space ahead of Walker-Smith. He's carrying it forward. Good run this from the central defender. What can he do, Walker-Smith? Can he play the ball across goal? He's won a corner. Very, very impressive, wasn't it? Tyler White helped him get into that position. But so impressive, that forward momentum. You can see George King just coming forward now. 4 corners Palace have had in this game, but what a lung-busting run from Charlie Walker-Smith. Danaher's coming over to take the corner with Benamar. I think Danaher might just take it off the right foot, because Benamar's will be a left-footed outswinger. This is going to be an in-swinger. Played into a dangerous area again. Montjen got there first. And you can see Sommerday battling away. What's the ref given here? Another corner. 20 minutes to play. What a game this would be to win in Hertfordshire. Lovely training facility Arsenal have, but we match it with the facility that we have at Copers Cope in Beckenham. Here's this ball towards the back post. Header goes in. We mentioned how good King is from those sort of areas. He got the header towards goal, but Jack Porter was right in behind it, and Arsenal looking to go from one end of the pitch to the other. That's a foul. He's just backed into the defender, and he's done well, Adams Coleman. Read that script perfectly for me. U18 didn't really want to contest the ball, just wanted to make a nuisance of himself. Equal to the task, good defending from Adams Coleman. The game's there for both sides, isn't it, with 19 minutes to play. Montgen trying to win it back, he can't quite get there, and Arsenal can shift it towards this left-hand side for Bailey Joseph. Palace, though, winning it back. Ishmael has it. Forward it goes up the line. It's going to be another Arsenal change again. And that is Sam Onyekachukwu getting ready to come on, the defender. He's just got to wait. Onyekachukwu, he'll be on very shortly, wearing the number 12 shirt. And you can see the player just making his way round from that far side. Onyekachukwu is a defender. I wonder if that could be Marley Salmon. We'll wait for confirmation. 17 minutes to play. Looks like Onyekachukwu is going to play it right back, so you would think it would be Salmon. Arsenal playing the ball forward up towards halfway. Palace, though, quickly winning it back. And Adams Coleman can shift it towards the left-hand side. What can the Eagles do here? Sommerday goes infield. We've just seen that purposeful run from Walker Smith. He's on the charge again. Gives it to Adams Coleman. Carries on his forward momentum. Plays the ball in. Montgen, it was just over his head. Tyler White battling away to try and win it back. And here come Arsenal over the halfway line. Good interception. And back to goalkeeper Mason it goes. Mason was put under pressure by Casey, but he's managed to slide it towards this right-hand side for Walker Smith once more. And confirmation in the bottom left-hand corner. Marley Salmon, the player, withdrawn to be replaced by Sam Onyekachukwu. Montgen plays the ball back, and Palace get the ball over the halfway line. Seb Williams, the goal scorer, wants to take the throw quickly. He might just leave it for White. He has decided to do just that. Just over 15 minutes to play. The sun did pop its head out beneath the clouds momentarily, but we've got more of those grey skies up ahead. A dark, dank and dismal day in Hertfordshire at the Arsenal training ground. 15 minutes to play. It's there for both sides to win this fixture. Palace with a win could go as high as 6th in the table. One place behind Arsenal in the log as things stand, but things quickly change. It will be wonderful to win this game against Arsenal away from home. It's been a good performance here. Seb Williams on the front foot again, continuing to chase and try and win the ball back. Montgen doing likewise. Arsenal, though, playing pretty football and coming forward over the halfway line to Casey. Casey shifts it towards Bailey Joseph on this left-hand side. On the angle, he's got a player on the outside. Ishmael tries to play the ball across goal. And Arsenal have won only their second corner of the game. 5-2 the corner count in Palace's favour. Wolverhampton is the venue for our second instalment on Palace TV Plus. You can hear audio commentary of the trip up to Wolves, a 5:30 start for Oliver Glasner's side, looking for a hat-trick of wins. Will be wonderful to see the team achieve that up at Wolves. Big game ahead. From the left-hand side, the ball is floated in here, but straight into the arms of goalkeeper Jack Mason it goes. Mason comes out towards the edge of his 18-yard box, knocks it forward quickly. That looks a push to me. See, I think that's a foul. He's just leant into him, Theo Julien. The referee's speaking to him. I think he might well have given it. Casey was just pushed out of it. No attempt to win the ball. I'm not sure the assistant has flagged. I think the referee's given it. There is going to be a change here. And it's going to be a Palace change. Jerome Ossé is the player getting ready to come on. Seb Williams just taking on a drink, and Benamar comes over to take this free kick. Jerome getting ready to come on. He's just going to get some last instructions from Rob Quinn, who comes down to have a little word. And here he comes. What can he produce in these closing 13 minutes? There is the opportunity to hopefully do something special. Here's Benamar just running over it. It is Benjamin Casey who's come off. Confirmation that Ossé coming on for him for these closing stages. Casey certainly put in the hard yards, didn't he, through those 78 minutes in which he was involved. Plenty of positives, I would suggest, for Rob Quinn. We will, of course, have reaction via the official channels. Toby's got you covered in that regard as the ball is played in here. Arsenal defending deep. And the rest of the team, of course, all working together to get the job done. Palace over the halfway line, shifting it towards that left-hand side. Nice slide rule pass here towards Montgen, level with the 18-yard box, left-hand side. He's got a player in field here. Adams Coleman might be able to potentially go for goal here. He's still battling away. Arsenal have done enough just to deal with the situation. Just over 11 minutes to play. Good work, wasn't it, from King, stopping that breakaway. The last thing you want to do in that situation is give Arsenal any time and space, especially when they've got somebody in the form of Bailey Joseph who can get forward to such good effect and so quickly. Athletes on show across the pitch here. It's been so pleasing on the eye, this under-18 fixture. Players who are going to have some good careers ahead of them, make no doubt about it. Ishmael comes forward, gives it to Bailey Joseph. Good defending to get back in from Palace. Casey now has it. Infield he goes, work towards this left-hand side for Bailey Joseph again. Floats one in. And he's dragged that just wide off the target. You could see he was running onto it, Ibrahim. Here's the chance just to have a look at it again. The cutback goes in. In fact, it was a cross, wasn't it? But it was just deflected into the path of Ife Ibrahim. And he's dragged it wide. Into the last 10 minutes we go. Looking up at those clouds, there may be trouble ahead. You just get the feeling that rain could be on the way again. But that sun is teasing us. And what about these two teams? Can either tease a winner, can either fashion a winner in these closing 10 minutes? Look at the pace on show here. Very good, wasn't it, from Ossé looking to try and get away. But unfortunately, the ball just strayed over the touchline and out of play for a throw, which will be taken by Cameron Ishmael. Rob Quinn stayed virtually in that same area throughout this game, looking on. Very thoughtful head coach. Darren Powell's under-21's got that excellent win last night to get us up and running in style. That real heavy victory over Tottenham. Jerry Omalu making it 11 goals in his 11 games. He scored a hat-trick last night, including some fine finishes, some long-range shooting. It was a real handful. Cleared by Jack Mason up towards halfway. Arsenal, though, quickly winning it back, looking to try and finish the game strongly. Up towards halfway it goes. Looked like that might have been a push on the substitute. You can see both holding each other's shirts. That's theatrical. He's been at that all game, Will Sweet. As the ball is played forward here, you can see what he's looking to try and do. Get him into trouble, Ossé. He's going for goal here. What a great way it would be to show how good he is by going for goal. The referee's just going to stop it. I don't think there's much wrong with Will Sweet. He's done it 3 or 4 times throughout the game. We might get the chance just to clear it up here. You can see he's holding the shirt. So he holds the shirt of the Palace player, and I can't see too much wrong. He's wanted to try and get his shirt back. I certainly don't think he's been caught in the face. If he has, I apologise. There's 7 minutes to play. And here's the chance just to see both the goals in this game so far. The first one, Palace taking the lead. It was a good cut back into the path of Williams. Benamar with the delivery, the captain doing the rest. 1-0 to Palace on 41 minutes. There is still a break in play, so we can see the Arsenal equaliser. Not that we really want to. You might want to look away imminently. It fell rather kindly, didn't it, towards Bailey Joseph. Got a little bit of swaz on the effort, and it managed to beat Jack Mason. Seven minutes to play here. He's back up on his feet, Will Sweet. Whether there is anything genuinely wrong with him, only he will know. The referee is just going to drop the ball at the feet of the Arsenal player. And it will be a good game to win this for either side as we get towards the closing stages. Sweet has just been reintroduced. George King throws the ball down the line to Tyler White. White up towards halfway and Montgen. He really has made a positive introduction, Ossé, since coming on. Looks very lively. Arsenal have the ball in the wide area, trying to come forward with U18, who gets on the outside, teases the ball in. He didn't realise that the player was behind him, I don't think. The Palace player just opened his body up. Might have run into trouble with Bailey Joseph so close. Again, Sweet goes to ground. Quickly back up on this occasion. And here is Porter, the Arsenal goalkeeper, playing it forward. Up towards halfway for Copley. We've watched a good game so far. Just 5 minutes to play in this one. And then all eyes later in the day at 5:30 will be on the men's first team. They're away at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Confirmation there, live commentary, Wolves against Palace at 5:30. Palace looking for 3 consecutive wins. Gary O'Neill's Wolves haven't got off to the best of starts so far. They've got some talented players within their ranks. Won't be easy for Oliver Glasner and the team, especially as the squad is patched up, but the manager was making no excuses in that regard. Here, there's work to do for both sides. Will that winner be found at either end? Palace coming forward down this left-hand side. Adams Coleman has got it. Looks to try and square up the defender and then play it in behind. We know how good Benamar has been with crossing. We've seen less of him in this second half, but Adams Coleman might be able to get him in here. He's got Copley in and around him. Infield he goes, Adams Coleman holding him off. Back it goes towards Danaher, out towards this right-hand side for White, but Arsenal can just clear it. And you can see they're looking to try and use the pace of the substitute U18 in these closing stages. The time continues to elapse and it's running out if either side are to find a winner in this game. Rob Quinn just congratulates his side and urges them to keep going. And I think that is wise. They want to make sure that they continue to battle in these closing stages. Palace going ahead. We've just seen a rerun of the 2 goals. Williams on 41, but then Bailey Joseph just ahead of the hour mark, making it 1 apiece. Here's King battling away. He loses out though, and Bailey Joseph into a wide area. Into touch it goes. Birchall's a long way out of his technical area, the Arsenal manager. And Arsenal try and come forward here. The ball knocked out of play by White, right down by the corner flag. 2.5 minutes to go. Bailey Joseph getting ready to take this throw with time running out. I think he'll just leave it for Cameron Ishmael. It should be closer towards the touchline for me. They've taken it from a better position. And Copley now has it. Twisting and turning. Ishmael gets another opportunity, the left fullback. Back to Theo Julien it goes. Julien into a central area to Oyetunde, the substitute. It now goes back to Onyechukwu. Forward over the halfway line come Arsenal. Linking the play, Casey towards this left-hand side for Ishmael. Just 2 minutes to play as he floats one in. The goalkeeper comes and claims. That's good safe handling from Jack Mason. He's done very nicely, hasn't he? On that occasion as the ball is played forward here towards Montjen. Made a couple of nice saves in the first half, the Palace custodian. As the ball goes out of play on that far side, it's going to be a Palace throw. Just a chance to keep the ball high up the field. And Benamar might be able to carry his charge forward. Down he goes. The referee has signalled that it is the opportunity for Palace here to win a free kick. And can Benamar put one on the head of one of the strikers? He's delivered well from wide areas. Seb Williams comes over as well to give the right-footed option. You just wonder if he wants Seb in the box. He's that good, isn't he? He scored the header. Benamar just comes away from it, so it is going to be a Seb Williams right-footed delivery. Here comes the captain, playing it in towards the back post, headed back across goal. Kept alive, Montjen wanted to go for it. Adams Coleman doing likewise, danger still not averted. High up into the air it goes. You could see when Walker Smith won that header, Arsenal weren't set up defensively. And now they can come away. The fourth official will come out to tell us how long at the end of the 90. We're only 15 seconds away from that point. Coming to the end of proceedings up at London Coney. Arsenal have the ball with Casey. Back it goes to Ishmael. He gives it to Sweet, who in turn gives it back to Ishmael. We are in stoppage time at the end of this game. Is that ball going to go out of play, or can Sweet stop it from doing so? Just wrapped his foot around it. And Sweet clears his lines up towards halfway, but King's got it. Appeals for handball and given. He didn't really protest, in fairness. He needs to try and get back into position here. You could see White wanted to try and stop the breakaway. Casey shifts it towards this left-hand side. He's overhit it, and he's overstretched as well. Maybe a little bit of cramp there. He is going to quickly get back up on his feet. Casey, but he's feeling the effects in stoppage time. Palace came into the game on the back of that draw last time out. Drawing again here as things stand. Arsenal lost to Norwich in their last outing. Is there going to be one last chance of note at either end? King battling away. It should be a Palace throw, and is. White throws the ball down the line. That's gone out of play. It's again another Palace throw. And White just gets ready to take this one inside the Arsenal half. Seb Williams wins a little bit of head tennis, battling away again, the captain. Free kick goes against Louis, or goes for Louis Copley against Palace. And then they try and take the free kick quickly. The referee just makes sure that it's taken in the right position, and nobody was going closer than the 10 yards. He hasn't had to show a card today, the referee. That's always good to see for spectators. It's been a keenly contested game, played in the right spirit. Arsenal have got the ball in a wide area here. Palace, though, dealing with it and playing it forward towards Montgen. Out of touch it goes, or into touch, out of play. 2.5 minutes gone in stoppage time as White throws the ball down the line. It's going to be another Palace throw here. Slightly more advanced position, right in front of the visiting bench. Rob Quinn looking on as Arsenal clear their lines up towards halfway. There could be a foot race here. We know that Samade is quick, and he's going to have to watch a player who can also shift, Oyatunde. Both players go to ground. Oyatunde battling away their goal kick. Is there some outcome there? Good defending from Samade, you've got to say. In the dying embers of this game, 3 minutes gone in stoppage time. He's had to work tirelessly, looking to try and defend down that side. Firstly against Sekovic John, and then the substitute Oyatunde. He can be pleased with his contribution. It's all about trying to see things through now for both teams. Time running out. Referee has another little look at his watch as Arsenal win the header. And here's Bailey Joseph trying to square up the defender and then go on the outside. Bailey Joseph still going, plays the ball across goal. King won the header. And that looked a foul, and it's been given on Jack Mason. His handling by and large has been good. And he's just won the free kick here. And he's not 10 yards back, is he, Casey? He now retreats as the free kick gets ready to be taken. Mason will deliver it off the right foot. We're going into the 5th minute of stoppage time. Palace TV Plus bringing you the pictures, the live stream of this game. The ball's played forward over halfway. Good little interception going in once, and then trying to do the same thing again. Danaher. Mason has the ball at the edge of his 18-yard box, just releases, and then will kick forward long. Flicked on this time by Montgen. Towards the substitute, Osei it goes, still going. Is this the moment? Back into midfield he goes. Palace looking to try and work a crossing opportunity. White wanted to play it into the box. You can see frustration there on the face of Mark Newson. He thought that might be the moment. Here comes the long throw from Walker Smith. This one is going to get held into the box. King has come forward there, the number 2. Just a little stoppage in play because Will Sweet is doing up his boots. In fact, it wasn't Sweet, it was Julien. Long throw comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. The first header was won by King, and the referee has seen enough. It's going to end on as even. And it's been a good game of football between two London rivals. What you want to see, first and foremost, is your team win. If you don't get that luxury, then it's all about the game that we witness, and it's been very impressive. Good on the eye. Williams giving Palace the lead on 41 minutes. And then, of course, the equalising goal just ahead of the hour mark. It was Brando Bailey-Joseph who made it one apiece. Keenly contested. Crystal Palace with back-to-back 1-1 draws after the same outcome last time out.